What's up, Christ-Centered Mental Health community? This is David Lee Trusarche representing Christ-Centered Mental Health, the ministry where I talk about mental health awareness from a Christian perspective in order to give you real hope in the name of Jesus, to the glory of God the Father, by the power of the Holy Spirit. Alright, before I get started on this video, I just want to give a couple announcements for those of you that are new to the channel. This channel does have a Christ-Centered Mental Health Facebook group, and it also has a Christ-Centered Mental Health Facebook page. Both of these serve for the purpose of allowing the subscribers of the channel to know what's going on with the ministry, to interact with other subscribers, and to interact with me and give me content ideas. So please check those out. You can either join the group or you can like and follow the Facebook page. Also, me and my wife started a group on Facebook called Holy Matrimony and Mental Illness. It serves the purpose of allowing married couples who deal with Christian married couples, I should say, who deal with mental illness. And it just gives us a place to have fellowship with one another, give each other sound biblical advice, and build one another up in the faith. So check that out if you're a Christian married couple who deals with mental illness. Yeah, so it's a new group, and we want the group to grow. So please join the group. Also, if you live here in Toledo, Ohio, on March 16th, there's gonna be the Christ-Centered Mental Health local meetup. You have to download the meetup app. It's free to download, and you could join the group, and we're just going to get together and meet at different coffee shops and different venues and just have fellowship with one another, talk about mental health and faith issues, and have Bible study, and just enjoy one another's company, and just get to know each other as a family. This is a perfect time for me to get to know the people who are subscribed to me, and just have a good time, godly fellowship. So I would hope to see you on March 16th at 1 p.m. All right, thank you very much. I love the links to all this. Will be in the description box below. So check all this stuff out. All right, so I came across this article in the Real Ostomy support group. It's titled "My Stoma Saved My Life, but really damaged my mental health." And I thought it was an interesting article. I'm going to post the link in the description box so you guys can read the article for yourself. I'm not going to read the whole article, but I'm going to read a portion of it, and then I'm going to just discuss pretty much my experience with dealing with an ostomy bag and how it has affected my mental health. So, like I said, the title of this article is titled "My Stoma Saved My Life, but Really Damaged My Mental Health." And it was written by a woman named, I'm going to butcher this name, so I apologize if this woman ever comes across this video. I'm sorry for butchering your name. Sadaba D. Sullivan. Like I said, I butchered her name. So the article starts off, it says roughly 70,000 people in Canada and in the U.S. have a stoma. Deriving from the ancient Greek word for opening, it is the result of either a colostomy or an ileostomy, a common operation for people who suffer with a bowel or vaginal cancer, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, or incontinence. The small intestine or the colon is redirected to a small hole in the stomach, the stoma itself, from which waste can drain into a specially designed bag, a stoma bag or ostomy bag. This stops the person from needing to poo. So then it goes on to say, for many people with stomas, the operation is life-changing and even life-saving, as conditions like Crohn's or colitis can be debilitating. At the same time, having a stoma can be incredibly hard mentally. Psychological problems are common after a stoma surgery, with body image concerns, sexual difficulties, reduced social functioning, stigmatizing attitudes, and lowered self-esteem, all playing a major role in an individual's mental well-being. I like how this article starts off with an explanation of what a ileostomy bag is, because I've been asked by a lot of people when I tell them I have an ileostomy bag, they ask me what it is, and I struggle to explain to them what exactly that is. So I think this article gave a really good explanation for what ileostomy or a colostomy bag is. Um, and it goes on. Um, then it goes on. While there is a growing movement on social media to celebrate bodies with ostomy bags, less is said about the mental health impact on people's learning to manage a stoma. We spoke to Millie Steptoe, 26, about her ongoing relationship with her stoma and why she wants more honesty about the mental struggles you can face when you have an ostomy bag. Not acknowledging these struggles can add another layer of shame that you aren't always able to celebrate your life with an ostomy bag. In being more frank, we can help to alleviate not only the shame that many, but also not in being more frank, we can help to alleviate not only the shame that many feel, but also the shame of being ashamed. And then it goes in. This woman, Millie, tells her story about her dealing with an ostomy bag. She gives a brief history about what happened to her and how it's affected her. It's a really good article. Like I suggest um, people checking it out. Like it's like I said, the article will be in the description box below, so you could read the article for yourself. Like it's quite fascinating. Like it's really good. So I really strongly suggest that after you finish watching this video, you check out the article. All right, so I want to go on and talk about my experience, like what happened to me. I know I kind of did a video kind of touching on this in my video titled Accepting Life as a Permanent Ostomate. If you haven't seen that video, I strongly suggest you go watch that video. But I don't, okay, so June of last year in 2020, I was rushed to the emergency room where it like I it well okay before then like I was my old psychiatrist put me on a psychiatric medication called clozapine, and for a whole month I was experiencing all these symptoms. Like I was constantly tired. I was drooling all over myself. I was sleeping all the time. A couple times I even threw up my bowel, and like I was like I felt like I felt like there was water on my lungs. I went to the clinic on a couple occasions to get that checked out, and they just sent me home saying nothing was wrong. And me and my wife told my psychiatrist about this stuff that was going on, and he just kind of blew us off, said that I was just adjusting to the medication, and this was going on for a month. And then finally one day, like um I I decided to go to the emergency room because like I felt like I had a pee, but like it wasn't coming out. Nothing was coming out, and it was hurting really bad. So I decided to go to the emergency room, and when I went to the emergency room, they tell me that my colon was perforated and they needed to do emergency surgery. And so they 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 ended up giving me six or seven emergency surgeries, because I went into septic shock, and I had a whole bunch of stuff. I went into septic shock. I had a pulmonary embolism. I I ended up having gastroparesis. I had a lot of stuff going on. Like the surgeons told my wife they didn't think I was gonna make it. They thought I was expected to die. Like they really didn't think I was gonna make it. Because of all this, I ended up spending over 80 days in hospitals, and I temporarily, because I spent so long in a hospital bed, I temporarily lost my ability to walk. Like I ended up, I ended up having to go through physical therapy and to relearn how to walk again, and because of it, now I have an ostomy bag. Um, like it was definitely quite the journey. Um, so I want to talk about how this, how my what my initial reaction to all this was. Well, um, thankfully for the first, I don't know, for the first few weeks, the Lord by the Lord's grace, he really like I believe it was by the Lord's grace that he made me like out of it. Like I don't remember the first few weeks because I guess because of the anesthesia I was so out of it that I don't remember nothing. Uh, like I mean apparently I was alert because I was talking to people after surgery, but I don't remember anything I said. I was saying some loopy stuff apparently, but like I don't know what was going on, and like it was but by the Lord's grace I believe the Lord allowed that so I wouldn't be further traumatized. But after I came to back to my senses, um I don't know, like because of what was going on, like I felt an initial shock and disbelief. I couldn't understand. I didn't understand why I was going through this. I ended up becoming really angry, and I became really depressed, and I became so angry at God at this time that I didn't even want to pray to God. I remember there was a few times my wife asked me if we could pray, and I would tell at this during this time I told her no because I didn't want to pray. Like I was really angry at God. I actually at during this time, like I came really close to losing my faith. Like I was in disbelief. I didn't understand why God was allowing this to happen, or why God even ordained this to happen. And so I was struggling to hold on to my faith. I was holding on to my faith by a thread. Like um yeah, and also at the same time, like I almost gave up on my marriage too because I was thinking I was gonna be a burden on my wife, and like I didn't want to be a burden on her, and I was thinking maybe she would be happier if she was with someone else because I was deformed, and I was no good. I felt like I was no good anymore, and so I was getting to a point where I was thinking about giving up on my marriage. Um, and then also I did worry because I felt like I was deformed now because I have this ostomy bag attached to my stomach. Like I was struggling with body image issues. Like it was really bad. Like I was struggling with a lot of body image issues. And those of you that know me personally know that before this happened, I was a very conceited person. Like I was in love with myself. Like I thought I was the best looking man on earth, and like I. But after this, like I really struggle. I was really struggling with body image issues, and I was thinking I'm the, like I was thinking this is no good. Like I'm ugly now. Like that's what I was thinking. It made me feel really that made further fed into my depression. Um, so how do I feel now? Like now, like as time passed, I've had some time to deal with it. Like and talk to God about it and really work through my faith and like try to understand what's going on. Like I'm actually now at peace about the ostomy bag. I know that the Lord is good, and I know that God will use even this situation for His glory and for my ultimate good, according to Romans 8:28. Like I said before, Romans 8:28 is my life verse. Like when I die, I want Romans 8:28 to be inscribed on my tombstone because that verse is my life verse, and like I know that God's gonna use this situation for my good, and I just trust Him. Um, like on most days, I do fine with the ostomy bag. Like on most days it's fine. There's some minor inconveniences, like there's leaks and I can't bend too much, and I have to give up on certain foods, and those people who know me personally know that I love to eat. So that was the giving up of certain foods is probably one of the hardest things for me was but like, I mean, I'm actually starting to eat healthier now because of it. So, I mean, my wife is making sure that I eat healthier. So, um, also, I do have a news because of this experience. I do have a new zeal for life. Like I'm happy to be alive. I wanna exercise more. I wanna be more active. I wanna eat healthier. I wanna take better care of myself. Um, I mean, my wife has even pointed out to me that I've been losing weight. Um, and I'm also have a more zeal for doing the Lord's work. I really want to be focusing on reaching the lost who are mentally ill and educating the church on mental health issues. Like I was telling my sister the other day, like that's what I want my life to be defined by. When I die, I want I want people to know me from the ministry that I started, the Christ Center Mental Health Ministry, where I reach the lost who are mentally ill with the hope and peace of Jesus Christ. And I want people to know me as the person who really made an impact on educating the church on mental health issues. That's what I want to be known for. And I want to be known as a person who loved God, who served God, and who loved his wife, and and provided for his wife and was a good godly man for his wife. I want to be the godly man for my wife and for our future children that the Lord's going to bless us with. I want to be the father and the husband that my father never was. So, also, I feel better about my self image again. My body image. I no longer am struggling with body image issues. I once again think I'm really good looking again. Yes, I still had the ostomy bag, but I mean, I'm not as conceited as I was before. But I still, I mean, I'm more confident in myself now. So, yeah, I think, I mean, overall things are looking up for me. Um, I do want to make a special mention that through all of this, my wife has been very supportive of me, and I am totally 100% thankful for her. She's been an amazing support system to me. I mean, not only to in supporting me in my mental health journey, but also supporting me through dealing with ostomy. And I know it hasn't been easy on her. I mean, dealing with me going through with the ostomy bag and dealing with my mental health struggles but she's been totally strong in all of this. She's been quite amazing. I understand now when the proverb says what does it say? It says something about blessed is he who finds a wife and obtains favor from the Lord. I know I misquoted that scripture, but it says something along those lines. Pretty much that the person who finds a wife obtains favor from the Lord. I understand that scripture now. And I'm very happy and very glad that I got married and that I have her in my life. Also, also through all this, my church has also been very supportive of me and my wife. They really stepped it up and have been very supportive of us, have been very helpful towards us through the things that we've been through. I mean, we've been through a lot last year, but not only with me almost dying and being in the hospital, but I lost my mom, and she lost her father, and she almost died because of she went to the hospital for personal reasons. Um, and it was yeah, so it was a hard month for us last month. It was a hard year for us last year. Um, yeah, so but yeah, we finally made it through, and we're looking forward to better days. I know my and my wife's relationship is now stronger than ever, and my relationship with the church is a lot better, and like not that my relationship with the church was bad in before, but I'm starting to develop more closer relationships with people in the church now. Um, and so and then also yeah yeah, it's been quite the journey. Like, and also, I mean, my medication, I'm on one psychiatric medication now as opposed to three that I was on, and I've been doing a lot better mentally. Like, I've been more mentally stable. Have more clarity of mind. I've been more animated because I know people used to tell me. My wife pointed out to me before when I was on three psychiatric medications, I was really sluggish and stuff. I feel more alive now, so like that's good. Yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. I I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thank you for watching this video. Um, I do want to point out that tomorrow I'll be starting. I have my first episode of my new interview series with a mental health professional named Jeremiah Peck. It's gonna be at 5 p.m. Like, so please check out that interview. It's gonna be very good. It's gonna be edifying to you. It's gonna be glorifying to God. Like I said, this interview series is called Behind the Brain. It's gonna be where I interview mental health professionals. If you're a mental health professional and you would like to be interviewed, please let me know. It's That's, by the way, that's 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So he lives in Washington, so it's gonna like whatever time. I think that's 2 p.m. for him. But yeah. So check out that series. Check out that series. If you're a mental health professional, like I prefer Christians to interview for this series. But if you're a mental health professional and you're not a Christian, then I'll still be willing to interview you, but you have to be willing to talk about faith issues. So that but yeah, so like if you're a mental health professional and you want to be interviewed, please hit me up. um Anyways, again, so thank you everyone for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the support that you have shown me. um uh, I'm glad to have my YouTube community. I'm glad to have my ministry team who have been supportive of me. I thank everybody on my ministry team. I thank the people that I have on Patreon. I really appreciate it. I couldn't be doing this without you guys. Um, which leads me to what I want to talk about next. If this video has blessed you, please consider supporting the ministry, the Christ Center Mental Health Ministry, via the Patreon account. Um, you could give any amount that you want. I'll never ask you for a specific amount, but if you do give, it's between you and the Lord. And if you do give, it'll give you access to a private Discord community for online peer fellowship or peer support and fellowship. It'll give you access to a daily devotional Monday through Friday on faith and mental illness issues. And for a limited time, a portion of the proceeds I get from Patreon will go towards helping a couple from my church adopt a child. This couple really wants to adopt this child, and this child really needs a family. So when you donate to the Patreon, you'll be helping unite a family together. So please help me help this family. Also, please check out the Christ Center Mental Health TikTok account. Check out the Christ Center Mental Health Tumblr, Twitter, the Defending the Blog Apologetics blog, and the Christ Centered Mental Health podcast. The links to all this will be in the description box below, so you can check that out. Check any of this stuff out for yourself. And the final thing, I really want to make myself available to the people out there who are struggling with mental health issues, and even people who are new ostomates, just like myself, that are really struggling with dealing with an ostomy bag and don't know, like they're struggling mentally with dealing with an ostomy bag. I want to open myself up to all you guys, people with mental health issues and people who are dealing with being a new ostomate. If you want to, you can reach me at the 24-hour peer support line. The number is 567-343-3727. Once again, that's 567-343-3727. And then if you don't want to call me, like the ministry email is christcenteredmentalhealth@gmail.com. Once again, that's christcenteredmentalhealth@gmail.com, all lowercase. About the ministry line. When you call me, I'm not like if you can't get a hold of me the first time, please leave a voicemail. I promise that I will get back to you as soon as possible. Like leave a voicemail. Let me know what's going on. I promise to get back to you as soon as possible. So yeah. So check those out. Like I really want to make myself available to you. So I'll post the ministry line and the email in the description box below so you can see it in print. All right, thank you very much. Like this has been quite the journey, and I appreciate all of you. All right, have a good day. God bless, and stay strong in the Lord. All right, bye.